What's up, gamers? My name's Scythe, and today we're going to be unboxing this. Look at this. I got this in the mail the other day. It is gigantic. My God. So I ended up getting this in the mail today, and my God, there's been so many technical issues with this. So this is the first edition, or first, whatever the heck they're calling it, the highest, most expensive edition of the Final Fantasy VII Remake that is launching actually next week. Now, because of everything going on in real life with quarantine and blah, 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 they ended up actually, Square ended up shipping out copies of, physical copies of Final Fantasy VII Remake early. Last week, they already shipped them out to like the UK and Europe and stuff. That's why you've probably seen some videos of the game already, people rushing reviews and all of that junk. I mean, I'm just going to enjoy my time with the game, and we'll definitely end up playing it on the channel. But being Canadian has had quite a few setbacks. First of all, the package itself was very, very expensive because it was an American, so converting over to Canadian money was ridiculous. And I also got hit with a whole bunch of import and duty fees that I didn't expect because, I mean, it's coming from America into Canada, and I didn't know that if I don't order something from a Canadian website, you're going to end up getting hit with a lot of fees. So lo and behold, this cost me over $700. I mean, to be fair, there was quite a few errors with the delivery service. I'm pretty sure they double charged me because they charged me like $300 just for the import duty fees alone. And it's like, that does not seem right. So I'm trying to contact them and get things resolved. But is this going to end up being worth $700? Probably not, but let's find out. Oh my God, we got a box in a box, boys. So the thing is that I also noticed, oh hey, there's a second box here. I noticed that the receipt said that this box was like 45 pounds. So that probably is why they ended up overcharging me. Because in all honesty, the box itself was weighed in at like 14 pounds. So good job on that one, guys. They also know that I'm Canadian, so they gave me this fancy new type of scarf. Now I truly can feel like a Final Fantasy character. Alright, so what do you say we find out what's inside the tiny box first? I'm guessing this is just going to end up being like the game or something. Maybe, I don't know. Because this is probably the Play Arts action figure of Cloud and his motorcycle, and then this is probably just the game. You're supposed to get like a bunch of in-game items as well. So I'm kind of excited for that, but in all honesty, I most of all just bought this because I wanted to support the game. I didn't expect it to be as expensive as it was. And then I wanted to have like anything that's physical. It's like, I love it, dude. Okay, cool stuff, cool stuff. So I've got a keychain here. That's kind of neat. It's got the Final Fantasy characters. On the front, we've got Tifa and Aerith, and then on the back, we've got Cloud and Barrett. Cool. I literally never use these, so I'll probably just leave it in the package. And then, so it just comes with the deluxe edition of the game itself. So I'm gonna have to start installing this like tonight because this is crazy. PlayStation exclusive. I sincerely hope that this eventually ends up coming to the PC, because even though like I'm really excited about this game, I would very much prefer if I could play it on PC, because then I could actually have like, I'm not a console player. I have everything set up on my PC. It's easier for recording. Anyways, so this is one player. It says 100 gigabytes minimum. It also is 2 discs. Uh-oh. And then it says PS4 Pro and PS4 Pro Enhanced. I don't own a PS4 Pro, so that better not say that that's the only thing that it works on, because I'm not buying a PS4. This was already expensive enough, Square. Unless, is there a PS4 Pro inside this box? It was expensive enough to have one. So all the stuff that we're gonna get out of the digital deluxe version or whatever is, there should be a steel book case inside here. So we'll take a look at that in a moment. A mini soundtrack CD. There should also be a Cactar Summon Materia DLC and a art handbook. That means that this gigantic box is the action figure, which is pretty crazy. I knew that the action figure was gonna be big, but I didn't know it was gonna end up being that big. So let's take a look at this. Okay, yeah, that's actually really cool, dude. So we get, that's very weird. So we get the game itself, which, gotta love that cloud picture there. And I can take the disc and swap it over to the steel cartridge, which I'm obviously gonna do because we've got, you know, the nice Final Fantasy on black logo right there. But more importantly, we got your boy Sephiroth, who is like my favorite bad guy in like any video game. Like he's a badass, okay? And this is a really cool way to end up storing the game. I don't really understand the need for them giving me 2 cases, but whatever, I'll take it. And then we got the art book right here. So it's pretty good. It seems like it's actually good quality. It better be for the price I paid. It's got section 1 is characters, summons, enemies, environments, gadgets, and tech. And some of this is actually in Japanese. Oh, okay, so that's pretty cool. We actually get some artwork as well. So you get to see like Cloud and then artwork of young Cloud and then him as a frog, because there's an enemy in the game that can transform you into a frog, so that's adorable. Aerith as well. I guess the frog thing is just a big deal. Yeah, Tifa apparently as well has like multiple age groups. It's funny how Cloud's like the main character and he only had like 1 outfit as a kid, but hey, whatever. And then we got the CD. So I'm actually quite excited about this because the main theme that they ended up working on that for this, they ended up putting out kind of a documentary-ish. It was a very short video on YouTube, and the song actually sounded really, really dope. But they didn't have it available anywhere, so I'm hoping that it's here on the disc. Yeah, main theme of Final Fantasy VII. All right, because I actually really like that song. And hopefully the rest of the soundtrack is going to end up being that good as well. But the main theme that they have for the game is actually like, it's fire, dude. Like, it's actually a really good song to just listen to. We all know that this is what you're really paying for, which I was wondering why this was so expensive. And then a friend of mine who's more into like these anime action figures and stuff, I don't really know that much about it. Oh my god, guys, it's huge. A friend of mine was telling me that the Play Arts, apparently they do extremely high quality, like, anime figures, so this should be pretty dope. There's already pieces I can hear in there falling all over the place. Ooh. This is actually really cool. Reminds me of like being a kid. Okay, I'm trying to be cautious about opening this while also trying to show you guys at the same time. Oh my sweet mother of mercy. It's huge. It's huge, man. Like, what the heck? Oh my gosh. Okay, we got one of the pieces that's flopping around is one of Cloud's hands. He has multiple different hands, I guess for different poses. Oh yeah, they have a display stand in here and there. Actually, it's instructions on how to do it. Alright, I mean, that's really cool. Jesus Christ. This is insane, man. I've never seen something like this before. Wow. Okay, so we got your boy Cloud, which I see what my friend meant now. Like, this guy is actually insanely high quality. He can move so many parts of his limbs and go to like almost any pose that you virtually want him to do. His hips move and everything. It's kind of like a really high quality G.I. Joe or something. Even, look at this. What kind of a detail is this? Even his toes on his boot. Who thinks of this? Wow. Yeah, I'm gonna really struggle with trying to, oh my god, his neck's got like 50 different movement points as well. It's really high quality, like, oh my gosh. He's got like a whole bunch of different hands right here. So we can change those out because we've got his Buster Sword. Now, I've actually had Cloud figures in the past, or even just, you know, action figures like this that kind of stand in like a cool pose. And anybody will be able to tell you that this handle right here is going to be the first to go. So, I mean, I have to get him in like a cool pose and then just leave it on him, you know? It's too bad we couldn't do something like this. Actually, maybe we can. I wonder. Ooh, there is like a weird little attachment. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like the sword might actually attach to something because there is this tiny little thing and it fits right in the sword slot. So I'm certain that it would attach to his back, like right here, because there is actually like this thing right here, but it doesn't seem to just come out like easily. So I might have to like look at the instructions or something. This is the real, like, this is the real dope thing right here. The action figure is like really cool. I'm actually very surprised about the quality. Oh, but his motorcycle, dude. Oh my gosh, what was that? Where's that supposed to go? That's supposed to go here. It better not be broken, otherwise I am suing you. Man alive, this thing is huge, dude. Look at that. The details on it are crazy too. It's like a Batmobile, but a motorcycle or something. Like it's got 2 individual wheels back here. Anything else that's a moving part on this? I think it's just for him to like chill on, which it's still really, really cool. The amount of detail that they have. The front doesn't seem to turn at all, which why would you want to? It's literally just gonna sit there looking cool. The handlebars though, those kind of flop around a little bit, I guess because you could get it to be in whatever pose you want him to be in. I don't like that one piece fell off. Like it seems to be okay now, but kind of tilting me because it just kind of pops off. Yeah, I think that this might actually be broken. Can I get my money back? Because yeah, this part, fully attached. That's pathetic. How much did I spend on this? And it came broken. In all honesty, despite being a fan, guys, I'm gonna level with you. I'm never gonna buy something like this again, and I'm not just saying this because it's broken. I was already very reluctant because of the fact that it cost me so much and is such a headache to end up ordering something like this. But this is just kind of the cherry on top, where it's like, I'm gonna have to like glue this myself, you know, some assembly required. That's really disappointing. There's like, see if the camera's gonna pick it up. Right in here, there's like these 2 little slots. And you can see that this one's kind of broken off and this one's just not really working properly. Then there's also this spot right here, which clearly is supposed to be like glued on, because if we look at this thing that's supposed to be attaching right here, this is the part that's supposed to be glued, and then these 2 would otherwise go into these slots here, but you can see there is no room for it to actually fit in. So that's actually disappointing. That's really frustrating. So I'll just like crazy glue this or something, but that's still like very, very disheartening that they clearly didn't even like, obviously a lot of work went into constructing this, but not much work went into shipping it. They really should have put some bubble wrap or something. So anyways, okay, that's actually pretty neat. So even though the bike itself doesn't physically turn, I just noticed that this back wheel does. It only seems to turn in one direction, so I don't entirely know if that's on purpose. It probably is though, like it feels like it's a mechanic. I think the point is that then you could have the bike kind of leaning on its side a little bit for him, you know, for Cloud to either be full on riding the bike or the bike is slightly tilted and he's got like his hand on the side of it type of thing. That really is too bad. You know, obviously as far as everything looks, it looks fine. Doesn't look like there's any issues. I mean, I'm gonna have to mess with this and try to get him into like a cool pose or something, but I definitely want to end up crazy gluing this part on, and then I can leave this like by my desk. I'll be able to look at it, even if most of you guys won't be able to, but I think this is absolutely amazing. Really, really high quality and dope. I can't really fault them too much for this part that's like kind of messed up. It's not like it's super difficult to end up fixing, but the problem is the expensive price of it all. There's also, I'm not really gonna show this as much, but there's like a proper stand. So this would stand up, and then there's like, there's these attachments on the back of it so that he could, Cloud could be standing in like a pose and it would basically be holding him up. But this is really, really dope, dude. Very photogenic too. Like, doesn't it look great? Man alive, I did not think it was gonna end up being not only this big, but also this quality. Yeah, that's pretty badass. Jeez, dude. So just some closing thoughts here, because I actually messed with it and posed him and stuff. It's pretty sturdy. Like, he himself, like Cloud, is actually really, really sturdy. which is good because I had to literally like pop off his hand and put another one on, and his wrist bend and everything. Like there's so many moving parts to this. It's crazy. They even had hands included that work on the bike here. These can adjust and turn more than I thought they could. Underneath there's actually a stand for the bike as well, so it doesn't roll around and can be for more display purposes. And this looks awesome, dude. So I'm kind of just squeezing it here awkwardly amongst like all of my DBZ figures that I got from my Japan trip, but maybe we'll do another video on those at some point in the future. But this is just amazing, dude. I still gotta glue this part on because I found that it came off quite a few times. I mean, it doesn't fall off, so maybe this is intentional, but I highly doubt it. The only reason I slightly think it might be intentional is getting Cloud on this bike was actually really difficult because he'll just fit his legs underneath this part. Like you can see just how close it is when I end up putting this part back on, which I can't really do one-handed, but his leg is literally touching it. So I don't know if I need to necessarily crazy glue this just because I think I might cause more damage doing that. Also, that little thing that I had mentioned earlier, the tiny little piece, did plug into his back to hold his sword. Hopefully you're as excited as I am to actually play through Final Fantasy VII Remake. And if you guys want to check that out, well, that video should be out soon-ish. Was it worth $700? Hell no. I can see why this is so expensive, because obviously that's all you're really paying for. And the thing is, and I'm just going to call this right now, when they release the next Final Fantasy VII episode, because they're doing it in episodes for some reason, I keep saying to myself, I'm not going to make this same mistake. I'm not going to spend this much money on the special edition of the game. But the thing is that I'm very suspect that the next edition, they're going to have like, you know, another one of these action figures with an even cooler character, like Sephiroth or something. And it's like, well, then I'll have to get it. Thanks for watching. Smash like, sub for more. Have yourselves a fantastic day. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. Stay epic, gamers.